Well, hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to the shop. It's Wednesday. Uh, I guess it's time for a Wednesday talk. Um, so let's start off with this one. Have you guys heard or even paid attention to what the EPA is trying to do? Because if you have, you should be concerned if you're a hot rodder, a racer on weekends, mud track, I don't care what it is you do. But the EPA is going to try to figure out a way to put a stop to every bit of that. Been watching a lot of videos on YouTube about this one thing. I think it's called, well, I don't know what the EPA is doing, but there's another bill called the RPM bill that some senators and people are trying to pass to stop them from doing this. But essentially, what has happened is the guys with these diesels, because I've watched a bunch of this stuff. These guys with these diesel trucks, rolling coal is what they call it, just blowing black smoke everywhere. Well, that's finally made enough people mad that now the EPA is involved in this stuff. Not us hot rodders' faults. We don't do that kind of crap, right? Not us people that work on cars and modify stuff. Not our fault. We don't run down the road polluting everything. Because I live in a county where you got to have, do emission control, right? That's why I can't drive my little 85, because it's putting out just a little bit, just enough to keep it from getting licensed. But anyway, now the EPA's got involved in it, and they're dead serious. They're going to figure out a way. All right, so basically what it says is, what they're saying is you're not allowed to modify a car from the way it came from the factory. Now, I don't know, I didn't hear them talk about, if it goes back or it's grandfathered in and what you got now is fine. I didn't watch that much of it, but I watched enough to know they're coming. And from what I understood, it's because of these diesel people. You know what I'm talking about if you watch them run up and down the road, man, blowing black smoke for 4 or 5 miles. But that's what they're after. But like I said, they're not going after us. That's the little guys back in the backyard, all that kind of stuff, but that'll come too. What they're going for is the manufacturers that manufacture the stuff that all us guys use to hop up cars, It's going to get down where you can't buy blowers, you can't buy superchargers, you can't buy headers, They're coming. And it's going to be a freaking mess. I'm not happy about it. I would like to thank you diesel guys for doing that for us. Got nothing against you diesel guys, but dude, you can't run up and down the road, man, throwing black smoke for 4 or 5 miles before eventually they're going to find a way to cut that out, just like they did the horsepower stuff on the cars, back in the 60s and 70s. They found a way, and they done it. So I would suggest any of you guys as car guys that, most of the stuff I do is, I'm just putting stuff back like it's supposed to be and stuff like that. But I do have a couple sitting here that I'm working on, and I'm concerned about that. You need to go watch them videos. They're on YouTube. Just check them out. Look up RPM bill, EPA RPM bill, something like that. Check them out when they're up there in front of Congress trying to get this stuff, pushed through. Because they're going to. You can thank Mr. Biden for that. These new Green Deal people, they're just looking for a way, any way they can, to put an end to the internal combustion engine stuff. And they will. They will, at least for the next 4 years, they will. Everything's going to get pushed towards electric, hydrogen, anything but internal combustion engines, right? So look forward to that for the next 4 years. Yeah, y'all people that voted him in, you know, that's y'all's fault too. But anyway, that's about it for my little rant here the first 5 or 6 minutes of this thing. I don't appreciate that. I think it's government overreach. What are you going to do about it? There is petitions online in certain places that you can sign up to sign on to, you know. I've done all that. I don't think it's going to help because they're going to come down hard, and they're going to eliminate a whole bunch of this stuff. So us weekend guys that like to go to the track, or you weekend guys that like to build cars and go to the track, you in the next year, you're going to start finding it a lot harder to be able to do that. It'll probably get down to where you can't buy replacement parts, that kind of stuff. Like I said, for at least the next 4 years till the country wises up and votes somebody in that is not, you know, that's lucid. You know, you got at least a decent mind. But anyway, other than that, man, I'll get down off my bandwagon like I always do. I'm going to leave you, I'm going to cut right here, man. Put a video up of me working on my boat. It's time to go fishing. And we got to go. Hang on. Dang.
Yeah, y'all, we're gonna get this lower unit off of here.
That sucker
It's about fishing time.
it's on there. I need a screwdriver. Well, we're trying to replace, it's getting dark, but the water pump in here. I worked on a lot of these little outboards. I'm not an outboard mechanic, but this thing has gotten stuck somewhere up in there. The lower unit, I mean, you can see it. It's there. I was expecting it just to pop out, and then we got, like I said, it's getting dark. We get pull this cover off, and then throw that water pump impeller back in there and shove it back up in there, but it ain't working out. Hang on, let's see if we can get done. I don't know if we're gonna finish this up on video, but yeah, dude. I just need to get this all. Anyway, we'll be back in a minute. So next day, right? I'm thinking I have messed up right here. Right here. I think that pipe needs to come out of that housing. There's a, you can see that little button right there. I ain't really paid that much attention. But I think that was supposed to come out. This shift rod right here, she's coming out there, but I think it's supposed to be in reverse. Hang on. We'll see how that works. I may have messed up right here. I don't think so, but I may have on that shift rod, because this is the shift rod that goes down and changes the fork back and forth, first, you know, reverse and forward. But yeah, I think this copper tube was supposed to come out of here, pop out in that grommet, and then I think it's gonna pop out of here. Hang on. All right, guys, finally got my lower unit out. Water pump resides under here. I'm just replacing the impeller, right? But there's a little wedge, I don't know if you can see that goes in there. That might present a challenge. But basically, lower unit out, housing off, impeller, right? Let's see if we can get this impeller out of here. Not sure we'll be able to. It's been quite a while. But you can see, I think, see how that one's more bent. That one's just perfectly straight. There you go. All right. So now we got to cram this back down in that. Give me a minute so I'll make sure I line this up right. All right, so we got our impeller installed in our little cup, right? But there's this little wedge. I don't know if the camera will focus on it. But sits right here. That there's a little notch in here that thing sits against to keep it from shooting or messing up the shaft. I'm hoping first shot I'm gonna get this, but I'm not guaranteeing anything. But here, let's give it a shot. Come on. Don't you fly on her. I'm close. Oh. Alright, it's gonna take a few minutes. I gotta round up some screwdrivers. Hang on. Alright, you got our pump in, or whatever you call that. Yada yada. Lubricated shaft down for housing. Looks like we got it, man. Let's see how much trouble this is gonna be. Oh, come on. I had you. All right, now. I see the issue. Now, Poho. Let's try this again. There we go. Oh. Sorry, hands in the way. So all that's left is tightening it down. Sticking her back in there. I guess we'll take you along when we put it back up in the motor itself. There's a little hose over here, that little copper hose. If you look back, that thing's gonna be fun getting that in that hole. Anyway, we'll see when we put it back under here. All right, so it was raining today, so I didn't get to put the lower unit back up under that boat. I think I got it fixed. We'll see. I bought the boat in '94. I think it's the little 30 horse on the back. It's a '93. Bought it brand new, and I've had it ever since. It ain't, the only thing I've ever done to it, man, is lube the lower unit, throw some spark plugs in it when it needed. That's about it. Just service it, and she runs like a gem. But anyway, guess y'all gonna have to watch a few fishing videos here for long. Because I love to fish. Still got a few more things around, sitting out there, that 70, got to get that done. Still got to tinker with that 85, try to get, the state of Tennessee to let me license it. And still messing with that 84. But you guys need to go check out this stuff. I'm telling you, it's not going to be good. The EPA is coming for your cars. I don't know how bad it's going to get, but the woman I watched was, oh, NASCAR this, NASCAR that, NASCAR this, NASCAR. We don't want to mess with them guys because they're trying to use biofuel. They're trying to, you see where it goes? Never heard them once talk about drag cars. I mean, straight strip stuff. I got a feeling that stuff is going to come to an end. If we don't step in all together, man, and say, y'all can't do that, So be diligent. Pay attention to what these freaking bureaucracy people are doing, because they're coming. And like I said, this new Green Deal and stuff like that, man, you're going to deal with it for the next 4 years. I didn't vote for the man. I would like to have somebody in there that's got my interest at heart and the country's interest at heart, and not, well, like I said, I try to keep it unpolitical. But I'm telling you, look at this stuff, watch it, pay attention to it, because they're coming. They're going to shut it all down. And then, you're sitting with $200,000 or $300,000 worth of machinery in your backyard. You can't even fire up because, oh Lord, it's polluting like crazy. But anyway, with that, man, I'll get off here. Thank you for watching, if you're watching. Hope things are going good in your world and things are okay with you, and all your family's home is safe. Just pay attention to what's going on around you, man, and watch the nooks and crannies, because that's where the government comes in and bites you in the ass. We'll see you on the next one.